It's an incredibly exciting place to be in the capital of capital, launching GIGATONS and a business within GIGATONS called GigaCapital to mobilize the capital and technology to both deliver and accelerate the transition to net zero, but deliver gigatons of emissions and measure and prove we've delivered gigatons of emissions at speed and scale from Abu Dhabi in the capital of capital. It's incredibly exciting to be here. My background, I've been in the sustainable energy space for more than 20 years, building different companies in the space, from solar energy businesses to electric vehicle businesses. I founded and built, until very recently, was the CEO of a company in the UK called GridServe, so the leading electric vehicle charging business that runs off net zero energy. We charge 250,000 vehicles per month with 6 million kilowatt hours of energy, and we mobilized 1 billion of capital to deliver that network. And that's a mixture of equity and debt financing, of which we were oversubscribed from several banks. And so what I did is I spun out the business to be headquartered now in Abu Dhabi under a new holding company, GIGATONS. And we're building a global version of what we built in the UK. And so instead of mobilizing 1 billion, and we're not finished in the UK yet, we'll be mobilizing what's required to deliver gigatons of emissions at speed and scale. In addition to that, we are using a lot of technologies to be able to prove that we are the value of what we're doing. That includes blockchain and a new blockchain we're working on called Lithium we're very excited about. We are also using a lot of AI because that allows us to get there quicker and better. And we also realize that both these technologies have a carbon footprint as well that need to be addressed. And because we're building a platform that proves net zero, we've also evolved our proposition to also provide net zero blockchain and net zero AI as well. So the whole ecosystem, which we call the Giga Protocol, will be mobilizing capital, which we tokenize, to go into charging infrastructure and different networks. And we've just announced our first network today in Australia, our first partner. But also we'll be building networks here. And we've got some great relationships with the government. ADIO, who's been a phenomenal, Abu Dhabi Investment Office, has been a phenomenal partner. The Ministry of Energy and Infrastructure and Abu Dhabi Mobility. Phenomenal partners to demonstrate here the latest and the best and world-class net zero EV charging and exported to the world and tokenized. So, tokenize the money, the infrastructure, and then the output, and prove what we're delivering is net zero. Not just because Tودingjtton says so, and I'm a guy you should believe, because it's proven on a blockchain. And there's no better place in the world to do that than in the heart of ADGM. And the other really exciting thing as well, and I'm so excited to be here, my mother and father started this journey almost 50 years ago. They did the first solar energy and battery project, so it's kind of like, it's quite circular. And I moved my family here. We've been here for now 4 months. And there's an opportunity not just to export the services and the expertise around capital and tokenization, but also the solutions. So we're really interested in manufacturing solutions as well and attracting manufacturing partners as well. But absolutely, from Abu Dhabi to the world. We want to help this region who's really been at the forefront of sustainable energy for many, many years. And the first World Future Energy Summit about 20 years ago, which I went to, and many since, continue to lead the way in this space. There's great leadership here. It's very inspirational. There's a can-do attitude. They've been incredibly, family and this whole ecosystem has been incredibly welcoming to us. So yes, from Abu Dhabi to the world and from a leadership position as well.